Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to another Sims 4 news video. The update we were promised last Friday came on November 1st, and we also got some information about kits, though not from EA, so I'm going to talk about that. So the Sims Direct tweeted about the fact that the update was live. It went live at 1 p.m. Eastern, which would have been 10 a.m. Pacific, their normal release time. There's patch notes, which you can either get at EA or on the forums. I will link everything down below. And essentially, we got those bug fixes. You can see a few. It was a very small update. There really weren't that many changes, but the one where Sims will now run when they're going long distances, which they weren't doing before. And also there was an issue with the changing phone colors they were requeuing and they should no longer requeue. Both those issues had mod fixes, so if you were using those mod fixes, you should take them out of your game. The one for the running was confirmed as obsolete, and the one for the phone color was by Little Miss Sam, and she said it should be obsolete, so she recommended playing without it. And you can see there's a couple of other issues that were fixed for base game, and then there were a few fixes, one per console, high school years, and werewolves that you can see up there on the screen. That one for high school years, there was a mod that fixed it. It is also no longer required. So moving on, what wasn't fixed, and I didn't expect to be fixed, they had tweeted that they were working on investigations and fixes for some high priority issues, which was including the overly aggressive mean Sims, same face toddlers, wants and fears toggle not working. They didn't at that point, and I assume still don't have an available timeline, but they were not expected to be part of this game update, nor were they in this game update. If you're a mod user, Luth did the normal post over on the forums, but pretty much from what I'm seeing, apart from those three that you can see as being obsolete or possibly obsolete, they've been clear. There's not a lot here, but for the most part, anything that's been looked at is clear. There was an update by Little Miss Sam, but I think it was independent. She said game up didn't affect her mods. She did have a fix for social activities, visit friends, family, and more mod, but that was independent of the mod. But I just thought I would mention that, so if you use that, you should go get the newer version of it. With respect to Debtorpool, he is away, so he couldn't officially clear MCCC until closer to the weekend. However, they felt comfortable unofficially advising that it should be okay based on the content of the patch. Moving on, regardless of how simple it was, I still would recommend doing the usual steps to prepare for a game update. I personally do this every time. It's actually when I tend to back up my saves. I should probably do it more often. And you should still best to go in without your mods. But if you do go in with your mods, don't forget that they will be automatically disabled if you go into your game with them in there. So, and it still did that. And so after you update, I would recommend you repair your game in Origin or with the EA app and delete your local thumb cache file. And I do have a tutorial video on that, which shows the repairing in Origin and is very similar in EA app. I have a separate video on EA app. And if you want to temporarily avoid the update, which you probably don't need to do, but the same thing goes, you can turn off automatic updates in both apps and go offline with both apps. It works with both of them. So there can be issues going offline with EA app where it won't show your expansion packs, but I know I did that. I delayed doing the update today, and everything was there. The one thing I did see is someone said that their mods, when they went to re-enable them, they didn't stay re-enabled. That's an old issue to do with antivirus. I have a whole blog post about it, which I'll link below. It's an older blog post because it's an older issue. It's nothing really specifically to do with Sims. It's to do with antivirus or Windows Defender, so it can be both of them, and you need to probably make sure that Origin, EA app, this is old, and The Sims 4 are on as, trusted applications. So that's sort of it in a nutshell, but you can go check out my blog post if you want more details. But the other thing is, the name of the game update was Prep for Pastel and Clutter, because obviously it's preparing for those two new kits that we knew were coming at some point. We still don't know when they're coming because EA hasn't announced anything at the time that I'm recording this, but first thing we got was from Turbo Driver, and he showed the names, that Pastel Pop Kit and Everyday Clutter Kit, and some screenshots. And then there's a close-up. That one is from the Pastel Pop. There's the second one from the Pastel Pop. And there's the first one from the Clutter. and the second one from the Clutter, and they are both build kits, which is probably pretty obvious from the pictures. And Simmatically then later tweeted about it, where it showed the kit's official splash screens, which also gives essentially the descriptions, like, you know, the welcome to Sims 4 Everyday Clutter, what you'd get when it comes on your screen. It's personal, show to tell, and we already saw the pictures because we got them from TurboDriver, but what Simmatically also had was the items in there, which I have up there on the screen, and I will actually link to Sims Community because they did an article which then linked to Simmatically, so I just have those pictures there. And there's this splash screen for the Pastel Pop Kit, which gives you, you know, the little description of what you see when you get it in your game. Of course, kits are $5 US. In Canada, I think they're $7 Canadian. I can't remember exactly. And whatever they are in your location. And there's the Pastel Pop Kit objects preview from Simmatically, so you can see them there. So that's it. So let me know what you think about, one, the game update, if you had any problems with it. I actually had some issues with EA app. It wasn't downloading, but then it turned out I had to update my EA app, and then it went fine. But I've heard some people it took quite a long time, but other people went really quick, so hopefully it was quick for you. And let me know what you think about this kits and the information that we got about that. Is it something you think you're going to be getting? I'm kind of wondering when they're releasing. Perhaps one or both will release later this week. Only time will tell. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!